Hey guys, okay, so you are on day 7 of your quick start into learning how to be a coach. And you've watched Kelly's video yesterday where she talked about social media and using it as treat it like a reality show, not an infomercial. And she was talking about how you want to be posting about your life and not just the business. And that is how you can get those 3 to 5 posts in a day that she was talking about, is making sure that you're sharing who you are as a person. I always try and make sure that my new coaches understand that you had a life before Beachbody. You were a person before Beachbody. You're still that person. Beachbody is just a part of your life now. So you need to make sure that you are sharing who you are as a person. And so I'm going to talk today about your story. We are going to dive in deeper. Like Kelly said, we're going to have a social media training where you're going to get a lot more information on this topic. But what I want you to really understand is that we all have a story. Even if you think you don't have a story, you've got a story. You just haven't really figured it out yet, or you kind of don't know what you're looking for. And I know that for me, I was like, I don't have a story. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I feel like I do the same thing every day. I do dishes, I change poopy bums, and I'm frustrated with life, and that's my life. Like, I thought I didn't have a story, but I do. And as my coaching journey has gone on, my story has continued to develop. It's easier for me to share my story because I see things that before I didn't see. And also, I'm growing as a person. So with personal development and with the trainings that we're doing, you're going to really be able to figure out your story and how to share it. We want you to understand that this isn't all just Beachbody. You connect with people through your story. And I can't tell you how many times I kind of happened to do this on accident. My oldest daughter has Asperger's. This always makes me emotional. And for the longest time, I was in denial. And I didn't want to admit that she struggled. And so then I had this constant battle of being frustrated with people who didn't understand her, yet at the same time, I didn't ever acknowledge that, she had her struggles. And one day I was like, I'm done, pretending nothing's wrong. And I did a post about it. And oh my gosh, it exploded for me. And that's when I realized people don't connect to the perfect. They don't connect to the super fabulous fake Facebook world. That overwhelms a lot of people because they feel like they're alone in their struggles and they feel like they're alone in their boring lives. And so when we share our stories that even have nothing to do with Beachbody, we're able to connect to people, and that connection is what gets people to trust you and to come back to you when they need help with their health and fitness. They're going to think of you first because you are being real and raw and vulnerable, and you're sharing who you are as a person. And people are more likely to listen to you when you're talking about how health and fitness has helped your life, because you're sharing how it affects every part of your life, and you're talking about the other parts of your life. And so we all have a story. We all have struggles. We all have trials. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses. We all have, good quality traits about us. And those are the things you share. You need to be sharing who you are as a person. I have started doing a little series of, so I talk about my daughter. I call it Kira's Journey. So every once in a while when something comes up and it's really on my heart, I'll share it. And I actually have one that I want to do, but I'm not ready yet. I don't know how to word it. And so I wait until the moment's right and I'm feeling super passionate about it and I share it. And I started doing that with my husband and my relationship. I call it our story. And it's crazy how many people love to hear that stuff. They love hearing who you are as a person. They love knowing your background, and it connects them to you. And so I want you to really, really, really think about who you are as a person. How did you meet your husband? What is your dynamic in your family? What are some trials and struggles and things you've overcome to become the person you are? What are some things that you struggle with now? I can't tell you how good those posts are too when I talk about my weaknesses. I used to think that would be embarrassing, but oh my gosh, as dumb as it is, I'm a yeller, and it frustrates me, and I didn't want people to know that forever. And I shared that I was a yeller, and people were coming out of the woodwork and PMing me and telling me, thank you for, talking about that. I'm a yeller too. And it just connects you to people. So don't be scared to share the things that seem scary. And I know that some of you are gonna be like, well, I don't really have huge trials, I don't have huge struggles, my life is actually pretty good. That's fabulous, and that's something to share too. But there is always something you can share that you're not even thinking about. And so we are gonna have you do a homework assignment. We want you to look at the images, the graphics that are attached to this post, and you need to do those homework assignments. It's all about helping you figure out your story. It won't take very long, maybe 10 minutes, but it's going to be crazy what you're going to realize you have to offer people through your story. So take 10 minutes, do these, and send them to your upline coach. I want your coach to see these. They need to see these so that we can help you when you feel like you have nothing to say. If you ever get discouraged, we can help hone you back in and be like, do you remember? This is what you can talk about. So if you're feeling like, holy crap, 3 to 5 posts a day, that's a lot. This is going to help you have something to share. This is going to give you something to have value, to add value to people's lives so that you can share something and so that you're not talking about Beachbody all the time. Remember that Beachbody is a supplement. It doesn't need to be the main part of the show like Kelly said. It needs to be the commercials in between your reality show. So we're going to talk more about your story and how to make it like a journal. Ashley has some amazing tips on that coming up in the social media training. So stay tuned, but do this for now to start the beginning of your story and learning out how you're going to share it. You guys are awesome. I'm super excited and I can't wait to see where you're going. See you later.